Live from the Crisler Center, only the second ever top 10 women's basketball matchup to take place in this building. It'll be live on WCBN. Jake Lancer and Taryn Ryan here with you for number 8 Michigan, number 2 UCLA, and what a fun one we have. The crown jewel of the Big Ten women's basketball season so far. Taryn, what are your thoughts on this game coming in?
I think it's going to be a really exciting game for both teams. Michigan coming off a really great win, but close win against Michigan State, and UCLA coming off a win against Rutgers. These two teams are really strong right now. Today, I'm looking forward to seeing sharp passing from Michigan and seeing how they can get creative around the 6'7" center Lauren Betts from UCLA.
Michigan has never taken down a top 3 opponent under Kim Barnes-Arico. They'll have a chance today, hosting UCLA, the number 2 team in the nation, and one of the real favorites to win the national championship so far this season. They made it to the Final Four last year where they fell to UConn. This season, 22-1, 12-0, first in the Big Ten, Michigan second. The winner will have sole possession of first place going into the final stretch of the regular season. Starting lineups announced here in Crisler Center as we are about to get underway. You mentioned these teams' last games out. Let's take a look back. For the Wolverines, 88-76 win against Nebraska. Silas Swords and Olivia Olson combined for 49 points. 12 turnovers in the first half, but a second half comeback led the way. What did you like from Michigan in that last game, Taryn?
In that last game, I think that their defense was strong using that press, and I think as the game went on in that second half, their shooting got a lot more accurate, and I think if they keep up the accuracy, they'll be able to gain some footing because they haven't beat a top 3 ranked team. However, but they were really close to beating UConn last semester, so it's not out of the question, and I think UCLA is going to come really strong out of the gate, and if Michigan can kind of mitigate that, they do definitely have a fighting chance today.
People thought that Michigan was maybe looking ahead towards this game, such a big matchup today, that they might have been sleeping on Nebraska, but they did indeed come back in the second half to make this the big game it is. The Wolverines riding a win streak, UCLA riding a 16-game win streak of their own. They thumped Rutgers 86-46 a couple days ago. They went on a 12-0 run early, pulled away and never looked back. They were up 26-6 at the end of the first quarter. Kiki Rice led the way, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. Taryn, Michigan has never won the Big Ten regular season championship in women's basketball. If they're able to take down UCLA today, it looks like they may have a good shot at doing so. Just about to get underway here from the Crisler Center. Starting lineups going down right now. UCLA in the powder blues, Michigan in all maize. Games also being nationally televised on Fox. It's a packed house here in the Crisler Center. Mentioned earlier, it's only the second time that there's been a top 10 matchup in women's basketball, and it's the first time at Crisler Center since 2015 that UCLA has come to town. They are 5-0 all-time against Michigan, 4-0 all-time under head coach Corey Close. Matchup between 2 of the top offenses in the nation here. Wolverines ranked 6th in total offense. UCLA ranked 7th. Right behind each other. It'll be a high-scoring matchup for sure. Starting lineups have been announced as they play the victors one last time. Just about to get underway here from Ann Arbor. What a fun one. Number 8 Michigan, number 2 UCLA. The 2 best teams in the Big Ten going at it here on this Sunday afternoon. A little appetizer to your Super Bowl Sunday spread here as the big game will take place right after this, but some Michigan women's basketball first on your Sunday slate. Before we tip off here, let's get some keys to the game, Taryn. What do you think is going to make or break this game for Michigan as they try and take down a top team in the nation?
I think that sometimes in the face of a strong defense like UCLA has, they get a little frazzled at the basket. So they're really going to have to keep that fast play to get down to their side. But once they get there, they'll have to maybe think about it a little bit more to increase that shooting accuracy. I think that the key is really going to be to get around Lauren Betts in the paint.
Here we go. It'll be Ashley Sofacanic, Lauren Betts in the center circle on the block M. Just about to get underway. Both teams on the floor. Loud environment here at the Crisler Center for this top 10 matchup. Excited to have you with us. Jake Lancer, Taryn Ryan, WCBN Sports, as we await tip. It's the annual pink game for Michigan women's basketball. A pink out in the crowd. I'd say the student section did a solid job on the pink out.
Yeah. And the band is looking great as well.
Oh, yeah. Last time these two played last year, UCLA took down Michigan. It was number 24 versus number 1. UCLA won 86-70. Michigan did cut it to within 6 in the fourth quarter, but the Bruins did pull away at the end. Silas Swords had a career-high 30 points in a return from a leg injury. We'll see if he can replicate some of that magic here this afternoon. We are off, and the Bruins win the opening tip. It's loose and safe from going out of bounds by Neepkins, and UCLA will start with the ball. Charlize Ledger-Walker brings it across half court, swings it into the corner. Betts finds a cutting Hawkes who goes up and finishes easily. UCLA with the first bucket of the game. Holloway swinging up ahead to Swords on the wing. Wolverines starting to set up the offense. It'll be Rice guarding Swords, who hands it off to Holloway on the block M logo. Now at the top of the key, it's Corals Daniels. Surveying, looking, kicks it on the wing. Swords picks up a screen, runs into a double team on the right block. Sofacanic swings it. Corals Daniels fade away off the block, gets it to go, and the crowd erupts in Crisler. Now Rice on the other end for the Bruins on the baseline, working her way into the paint, pumps, kicks it out. Neepkins at the top of the arc, sets it up for Lauren Betts, backing into the undersized Sofacanic, kicks it out. Rice, a corner three, off the mark. Loose ball rebound, Olsen has it, and here come the Wolverines in transition. Mila Holloway brings it back out. The Wolverines will set up the offense. It'll be Silas Swords at the top of the key. Swords, Ledger-Walker on her, feeds it inside. Olsen, give and go back to Swords, jump stop, step through, gets it, no! Rims out, and the rebound will be hauled in by Lauren Betts. Ledger-Walker will bring it across the timeline for the Bruins. Gets a screen from Betts, feeds it to Betts, and just too easy that time. She doesn't finish, though. Thought she got bumped by Olsen. No whistle, we play on. Here come the Wolverines. It's Holloway going all the way and up. Gets it to go. The Wolverines lead 4-2 early. Ledger-Walker bringing it across half court, runs into a double team, picks up her dribble, kicks it wide open three from the top of the key. Hawkes can't hit. Rebound hauled in by Olsen. She passes it up ahead. Swords brings it across half court. Now Olsen driving it inside the paint, picks it up, kicks it to the corner. It's Corals Daniels driving into the paint across the Big Ten logo. Hop step, goes in, can't finish, hits the deck. Betts has the board. Kiki Rice bringing it across half court for the Bruins, driving all the way and finishing, and one. Count the bucket. Rice will go to the line to shoot one more.
Both teams have been doing a good job finding their pockets. This seems like it's going to be a really fast game with lots of shots put up.
Number 6 and number 7, respectively, scoring teams in the nation. Wolverines averaging just under 88 points per game. UCLA just under 87 points per game. So it's fair to say this one's going to be a high-paced matchup. Kiki Rice at the free throw line. Doesn't get it to go. Off the front iron. Rebound hauled in by Silas Swords. And here come the Wolverines on the break. Mila Holloway has it. Picks up her dribble. Sofacanic has it. Cross-court pass. Corner three. Swords. Can't get it to go. Rebound hauled in by Lauren Betts. Ledger-Walker brings it across half court for the Bruins. On the wing, Hawkes kicks it over. Now Rice on the opposite wing. Feeds it down low. Betts cross-court pass. Corner three for Neepkins. doesn't get it to go. One of the best three-point shooters in the nation, a rare miss. On the other end, Mila Holloway on the break, and one. Count the basket. Wolverines answer back and reclaim the lead. Mila Holloway will be going to the line to shoot one more.
Holloway's doing a great job making breaks for it, getting down quickly before UCLA can catch up to them.
Holloway having a sophomore breakout year, more efficient and more confident, according to Coach KBA. She gets the free throw to go. Wolverines lead 7-4. 7:06 remains in this first quarter of action. Angela Dugalich into the game for the Bruins. Runs into a trap, able to get it out. Kiki Rice had an open lane for the hoop, but she's going to get called for a travel. We're going the other way here in Crisler. Michigan basketball, Wolverines lead 7-4. Mila Holloway to bring it up the floor for the Wolverines. Charlize Ledger-Walker on her, swings it to Olivia Olson. Right back to Holloway on the right wing. Picks up a screen from Sofakanik. Now kicks it top of the key, Olson. Now Swords on the opposite wing. Jump stop at the elbow. Kicks it out to Corals Daniels. Now top of the key, Holloway. Thought about it, driving into Betts, nothing there. Running out of time on the shot clock. 5 seconds to go. Olson has it, top of the key, 1 second from the free throw line. Off the back iron, can't get it to go. Ledger-Walker pushing it across half court. Now Rice in the corner. Neepkins driving baseline. Thought she got pushed out of bounds, stayed in. Baseline jumper, no good that time for Betts, and Swords has the rebound. On the wing, it's Olson. Driving in, taking contact, fading away. They'll call it on the floor. First foul of the game on the Bruins.
UCLA has been doing a great job with covering, but Michigan at the same time has been doing a great job with these cross-court passes.
Gabriela Hawkes returns to the game for the Bruins as the Wolverines just barely inbound it from the baseline. Top of the key, it'll be Corals Daniels. Kicks it back out, Olivia Olson now. Driving on Dugalich, cuts it back the other way, lobs it up, can't get it to go. Loose rebound, Corals Daniels. Undersized, but she's able to haul it in. The Wolverines will reset. Working on the wing, it's Holloway. Kicks it, corner three, Olson, yes! And just like that, the Wolverines lead by 6. Just about halfway through this first quarter, and the offense is pumping. Bruins get it across half court. In the corner, Neepkins thought about a three. She drives in, falling in the lane. She passed it to Betts, but before that, there will be a foul on the floor. It'll be a baseline inbound. 6-0 run for the Wolverines over the last minute 38. What have you liked from Michigan so far?
I think they've been doing a really good job kind of just moving quickly and crossing the court with precision.
Fadeaway jumper. Ledger-Walker couldn't get it to go. Rebound hauled in by Swords. She pushes the pace up to Holloway. Couldn't get it. Tipped it out. Taken by Hawkes all the way. Tried to go with the reverse lay-in. And some solid defense from Silas Swords. Able to force a miss. Wolverines catch a lucky break. UCLA's missed their last 4 field goals from the floor. Wolverines lead by 6. Halfway through this first quarter of action, errant pass from Holloway, loose on the ground. She picks up her own pass, feeds it to Neepkin. Sofakanik, swings it out. Olson going all the way, can't finish. Betts has the rebound, and it'll be a foul going up for it. Lauren Betts, already 5 rebounds for the Bruins. She's been dominating the boards on both sides so far.
Yeah, this is looking great. It seems like right now UCLA is doing a great job with coverage on Michigan. However, Michigan is just almost going under them, using the fact that they're on average shorter to their advantage to kind of just go around, which is really impressive. As for UCLA, they're getting those shots up, and they're certainly getting there and clearing the Michigan defense, but the Bruins are just having an accuracy problem. As you said, missing 4 out of their last field goals. So it's almost if that fast style is not exactly working to their benefit.
Betts had 11 points in just 14 minutes in the win against Rutgers. averaging just under 8 rebounds per game. She already has 5, and we're just about halfway through the first quarter of action. How do you think the Wolverines can counteract the dominance on the boards from UCLA early?
Could you repeat that? Sorry, I did not.
No, all good. How do you think the Wolverines will be able to sort of counteract the dominance on the boards that UCLA has had so far?
I think that the Wolverines definitely are successfully counteracting these rebounds right now by just whenever they
Crisler crowd erupts in applause after the PA announced that the men's basketball team took care of business earlier today in Columbus, taking down rival Ohio State. WCBN was on the call for that one as well. Wolverines lead 10-4 here at this first media timeout. It's been sort of a stop and start type of game so far, not much of a flow. We'll see if that changes coming out of this first timeout. It's a revenge game for one of these Wolverines. Kendall Dudley played at UCLA, transferred over to Michigan. The sixth man for this team, you could say. Definitely think that she's taking this one a bit more personally, considering it's her former team.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it'll be really interesting to see how she takes it on, especially because not only is this her former team, but someone on this team went to high school with her. So really close to home for Kendall Dudley, and she's just starting her time in this game, but we'll see how she takes on
Dudley coming in with Tayola Delphos for the Wolverines. For UCLA, Kiki Rice will come back into the game for Charlize Ledger-Walker. Out of the media timeout as both teams are back out on the floor. 10-4. 4:44 remains in the first quarter. Number 2 UCLA, number 8 Michigan here on WCBN. It'll be Bruins ball. As the Wolverines apply a little bit of pressure, Kiki Rice is able to bring it across half court, being guarded by Brooke Quarles-Daniels. Rice has it on the Block M logo, picks up a screen from Dugalich, hands it off to Betts, gets it right back at the top of the key. Dugalich swings it into the corner. Neepkins looking to outlet it inside. Betts posting up for positioning, getting double teamed by Wolverines. On the block, swings it to a wide open Hawkes, who goes up and takes some contact, from Delphos. She will be going to the line to shoot 2. Wolverines' 4th foul already, as Sienna Betts will check into the game for the first time, along with Charlize Ledger-Walker returning. UCLA's been subbing a lot early here, mixing up their rotations.
It's really interesting because it's not necessarily something that has been seen a lot in the past few games. They had a really good unit that they formed, so I'm wondering if the Wolverines are shaking them up a little bit, so where they're trying a few more things out today.
2 for 2 at the line for Hawkes. Silas Swords has it at the top of the key, picks up her dribble, swings it over. Quarles-Daniels holding it, swings it to Delphos, picks up a screen, uses it once again, then hands it off. Top of the key, Quarles-Daniels will reset the offense. Kendall Dudley out there for the Wolverines. Swords has it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Gotta go. Picks up her dribble. Double team, kicks it over. The fadeaway at the buzzer. No good that time for Dudley off the block. Loose rebound taken by the Bruins. Ledger-Walker has it on the left wing. Swings it into the corner. Hawkes back to Ledger-Walker. Now inside. Dugalich working on Olsen. Fadeaway off the left block. Way off the mark that time. And Delphos comes down with the board. Wolverines hold a 4-point lead. Swings it over. Dudley, she had an easy lay-in that time. Couldn't hold on to the pass. It'll be UCLA basketball going the other way.
That was a great chance. It just got knocked out of her hand at the last minute.
Mila Holloway returns to the game for Brooke Quarles-Daniels. UCLA basketball. Ledger Walker has it. Tight defense from the Wolverines. Feeds it to the block. It's Betts. Kicks it out. Dugalich. Dugalich swings it to Rice. Doesn't use the screen. Drives baseline on Swords. Kicks it out. Top of the key. Ledger Walker driving. Going up and finishing. Gets the friendly roll. Just too easy that time for the former Pac-12 tournament MVP. Michigan basketball. Holloway has it on the block M. Kicks it down to Dudley. At the elbow. Betts on her. Surveying. Working. Going up. Picks up her dribble right under the basket. Feeds it. Delphos, the floater, gets it to go. Wolverines offense looking good early. They hold a 4-point lead. 2:40 remains in the quarter. Dugalich has it. Picks up her dribble. Swings it. Hawkes on the wing. Swords on her. Picks up a screen. Betts posting up on the block. She gets it. Lauren Betts working, going, stripped out when she was going up. Dudley with a big defensive play for the Wolverines, and now here they come on the break. It's Holloway, kicks it. Swords thought about the three, then swings it back to Holloway. Driving, free throw line jumper, off the back iron. Loose ball, Olsen thought she had the rebound, but Hawkes comes down with it. Bruins on the break, the go-ahead pass is stolen. Intended for Kiki Rice. Delphos was there along with Holloway. Wolverines basketball on the break. On the wing, it's Olsen. Going baseline, spinning, fading away, can't get it. The putback, no. Dudley couldn't get it to go, and UCLA will slow the pace of play a little bit here. Under 2 minutes in the first quarter. Ledger Walker has it on the block M. Working the offense, gets it back, pulls it from the wing, off the mark. Rebound goes all the way back out beyond the arc. Kiki Rice comes down with it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Crowd starting to get loud. Kiki Rice swings it. Sienna Betts back to Rice at the elbow. Kicks it. Corner three. Hawkes, yes. 1 point game after the corner three from Gabriella Hawkes. Her coach calls her all gas Gab because of her motor on the floor. Michigan basketball. 1:05 on the clock. Olsen top of the key. Kicks it. Corner. Olsen. Pump. Shoots. Off the mark, couldn't match the three. UCLA basketball under a minute left to play in this first quarter. Hawkes open again in the corner. That time off the mark. Thought she had her own rebound. Holloway has it for Michigan though. Pushing it ahead, it's Delphos. On the block, goes up. Had some contact with Ledger Walker. Gets her rebound and got tangled up with Sienna Betts. It'll be a foul on the floor.
That was a great attempt from the Wolverines, really getting ahead of the Bruins on that play. Just a little too much hesitance in the paint where it's crucial that they move the ball to get past the dominant UCLA defense. And now they're having to reset.
Macy Brown into the game for the first time this afternoon for the Wolverines. Along with her, Sofakanik. Swords puts a three up and banks it in. I guess the bank's open this Sunday as the Wolverines extend the lead. 15-11, 30 seconds to go. Rice has it on the wing for UCLA. Surveying, Quarles Daniels on her. Feeds it inside, it's Betts. Looking for a pass, working on the undersized Sofakanik, going up and finishing. 6-7 on 6-3, a mismatch for the Bruins. 15-13. Wolverines can hold for the last shot of the quarter. Mila Holloway has it. Tight defense from Hawkes. 5 seconds now. Gets a screen from Sofakanik. At the elbow, puts it up. Nothing but net. Right at the buzzer. Couldn't script it any better. Yeah. Wolverines lead 17-13 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, the crowd is very excited. That was a great screen. Perfect timing and a wonderful way to end the half. There had been some clumsy moments from both sides, but that was pretty much as clean basketball as you can get.
You know, the storyline coming into this game was UCLA has so much size. How's Michigan going to deal with the size? And we've definitely seen that be a factor, but at the end of the first quarter, the Wolverines are up by 4. How do you think they've been able to sort of counteract UCLA's size so far?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think they're almost kind of using it to their advantage and going under them. There were some moments like when Sofakanik just couldn't get over Lauren Betts down on the UCLA side. But generally, they've been able to kind of sneak around the sides and UCLA is almost anchoring themselves in the center to use their height as an advantage, and the Wolverines are kind of counteracting that by choosing to not use the center unless it's very widely open.
Both teams riding win streaks coming into this one. The Wolverines winning 9 consecutive Big Ten games, the longest streak in program history after taking down Nebraska. And for the Bruins, 16-game win streak, nothing new for them. They still haven't lost to a original Big Ten member. They fell to USC last season, but no one from the original Big Ten since they've joined last year. Undefeated in conference play so far, and it seems like the Wolverines will be the team that'll give them the biggest test when you look at the standings. So these are the 2 top teams in the conference facing off this afternoon. UCLA does take on Michigan State next. They travel to East Lansing from here. What do you think about the Big Ten Conference women's basketball this year? Who's your favorite right now? You think it's UCLA?
I think that UCLA is definitely, obviously they're ranked number 1 right now. They're looking really good. I just think that Michigan can can show up when it's needed, and I think that's what we're seeing today. This team is very strong. So it really could go either way, and obviously this game is going to set the tone for the rest of Big Ten play this year because they're the top 2, and they're showing us exactly why right now.
Wolverines shooting 50% from beyond the arc so far, 2 for 4. The Bruins, on the other hand, just 1 for 6, which is a bit uncharacteristic for them. They're the fifth best shooting team in the nation, averaging 38.5% from beyond the arc, but only 1 3 from Gabriela Hawkes so far. We'll see if they can get it going from deep when we get back for the second quarter, as it looks like we're about to get underway here. 10 minutes up on the clock. One thing that really impresses me about this UCLA team, they're really unselfish. They're the number 2, they average the 2nd most assists per game in the nation. They have the number 2 assist to turnover ratio as well. So they play a lot of clean basketball, and they really distribute it because they're so talented at so many different positions. When you look at the Wolverines, they're deep as well, but a lot of people talk about the sophomore trio, right? Silas Swords, Olivia Olson, and Mila Holloway. Is there anyone else on this Michigan roster that you think needs to step up this afternoon if they want to come away with a win?
I definitely think that based on what we saw in the first quarter, Delphos could definitely be that person. She's kind of always where you need her. She's had some great games, not generally who one thinks of outside the sophomore trio, but she's been great at those turnovers under the basket and keeping it there.
Back here for the second quarter of action. Corals Daniels has it at the top of the key, driving in, kicks it out to Swords. Swords from the elbow, driving in, puts it up underhand, can't get it to go. The Bruins have the board. Driving down is Ledger Walker, kicks it over on the wing, it's Neepkins. On the baseline, working it, kicks it out, it's Betts. Swings it over now, Rice. Swords on her, back to Lauren Betts, now back to Kiki Rice. Rice, outside the arc, Swords on her, skip pass, Ledger Walker, behind the back, going under the hoop now. Kicks it over on the block, Hawkes, fadeaway baseline, no. Betts with the rebound and a foul on the floor. Sofakanik hit the deck, and it'll be on the Wolverines. That'll be Sofakanik's 2nd of the game early here. Rice to inbound, from the baseline. Rice gets it back, kicks it on the wing. Neepkins back to Rice, now Hawkes. In the corner, it's Ledger Walker going baseline. Swords on her, pass is intercepted. Here comes Macy Brown on the break, passes it up ahead. Corals Daniels up and under, no. Lauren Betts was there to help out with some defense. On the other end, it's the Bruins. Neepkins thought about the 3, drives in and kicks it. Betts at the free throw line, feeds it. Neepkins, too easy that time. An easy lay-in for the Bruins. 2-point game, 17-15, 8:35 left in the half. Holloway has it on the wing, kicks it top of the key, Silas Swords. Now Brooke Corals Daniels, surveying, Sofakanik right inside the arc, hands it off. The 3 attempt from Holloway. Off the mark. Rebound hauled in by Corals Daniels, and Neepkins will get called for a foul on the rebound.
That was a great quick jump by Corals Daniels without a second thought.
Back into the game for Michigan, Kendall Dudley, Olivia Olson. Checking in for UCLA, Angela Dugalich. Inbounded to the top of the key, it's Mila Holloway. Olivia Olson trying to position in the paint. Hawkes on her. Instead, the Wolverines drive it in. The floater is good. Mila Holloway off 1 foot, an impressive move, and Michigan's lead is back up to 4. Kiki Rice brings it across half court. Corals Daniels on her. Now Lauren Betts at the top of the key directing traffic. Gives it to Neepkins. Neepkins, pick and roll with Betts. Back to Betts on the block. Goes up with one hand and just too easy for the 6'7" center that time. Wolverines now on the other end. Holloway hands it off in the corner. Olsen going baseline, picked up her dribble. UCLA bench wanted to travel. No whistle, we play on. Holloway gets a screen, working, directing traffic, hands it off. Corals Daniels now in the corner, Swords. Swords feeds it. Corals Daniels, jump stop, puts it up, couldn't get it to go from the paint. Neepkins has the board, and here come the Bruins. Hawkes across center court, swings it. Kiki Rice with a lane, going up and finishing. 4 points for the star guard for the Bruins. 19-19. 3 minutes have passed in the second quarter. An exciting top 10 matchup here at Crisler Center. Olsen coming off a screen, and the Wolverines will get whistled for an offensive foul, illegal screen. It'll be on Kendall Dudley.
Please welcome to the floor, number 25,
Mackenzie Mathurin checks into the game for the Wolverines. Mila Holloway will check out. Full court press from the Wolverines. The Bruins are able to evade it. Now here comes UCLA with numbers. Kiki Rice cutting into the paint, off 1 foot, fell to the ground, no whistle. Rebound put back, and Lauren Betts was there, just too much that time. Here come the Wolverines on the other end. Olsen has it on the right wing, swings it across. Mathurin puts a 3 up. Off the mark, hit the front iron. 6-0 run for the Bruins. Can they keep it up? Neepkins driving all the way coast to coast and finishing. Got the friendly roll and wanted a foul. Quick timeout called by Coach KBA after the 8-0 run from the Bruins, and all of a sudden it's 23-19. UCLA has taken the lead.
Yeah. It kind of almost feels like they've switched what was going on. Earlier, Michigan was doing great on those breakaways, but now UCLA is doing great on the breakaways and using that height we were talking about in the pressure to just push their way in. And they've also been doing great with rebounds, which allows them to just pop it right back up, which is how they've been succeeding and how they've pushed forward. But they're also still only 4 points apart, so it could go either way.
Lauren Betts with a couple quick buckets there during that 8-0 run for UCLA. She's really starting to show up and make herself a presence known after a bit of a quiet first quarter, at least scoring terms for her standards.
Yeah, definitely. Going into this, I expected Lauren to be on our minds constantly, and she kind of was warming up, and now she's gained her footing for sure.
First Bruin with 600 or more points, 300 or more rebounds, and 100 or more blocks in a season. Probable top 3 pick into the WNBA after this year, and it's been special for her because she's gotten to play with her little sister, Sienna Betts, who was injured earlier in the season, but now is really starting to make a name for herself. She was the number 2 player out of her high school class, and she's already been on the floor in the game for the Bruins today. That must be a pretty cool experience, getting to play with your little sister.
Yeah, of course, and it's definitely special. The two of them are going to be powerhouses that take on the industry by storm. They're both tall, they're both present, and they're both really talented, and it runs in their family. So
listening to head coach Corey Close, she speaks really highly of Sienna Betts, especially saying that she's very wise for her age. She's only a freshman, but she has a very high basketball IQ, and it's pretty apparent that going forward, she's the future of this program as some of the upperclassmen start to graduate. There's a roster that has 8 seniors or grad students, so they're very old, a lot of veteran presence, which you need to win a national championship. But in the next coming years, it'll be interesting to see who really leads this team, as you've got a lot of people graduating after this season.
Yeah, definitely.
Both teams coming back out onto the floor after the Michigan timeout. 23-19, UCLA holds a 4-point edge. Curious to see how the Wolverines come out of the the timeout. Excuse me. If you're Coach KBA, what are you saying to your players in that huddle?
I definitely I think that the big thing for them is that they need to be really strategic about the full court press that they've been using.
Yeah.
Because it's almost opening them up to have players like Lauren Betts just hang out in the back to where they can't rush far enough to get there to stop her.
Here we go. 6:12 on the clock. Corals Daniels hands it off to Olsen at the top of the key. Swings it over. Now Silas Swords. Some off-ball movement. Now Swords gets a screen from Dudley. Puts a 3 up. Off the mark. Hit the back iron. Rebound hauled in by Kiki Rice. Bruins going fast once again. Hawkes on the wing, kicks it. Rice now Betts. No one guarding her at the top of the key. She passes it and sets a screen to Neepkins. Neepkins runs into a double team and a wide open 3 for Dugalich. Can't hit. Loose ball rebound, and the Wolverines come out of it with the ball. Corals Daniels had it, took a hard hit from Kiki Rice, hit the deck, and it'll be a foul on the Bruins. Looks like the Wolverines have stopped guarding Lauren Betts at the top of the key. She's only taken 2 3-pointers this whole season, so sending people back and really crowding the paint. We'll see if it works out. 23-19, sideline inbound from Silas Swords. Wolverines have it. Mackenzie Mathurin at the top of the key. Swords gets it, coming off an off-ball screen, working on the baseline. Swords going into contact and finishing. Gets the friendly roll, cuts the deficit to 2. Michigan still in a bit of a press, a little bit laxed off now as they feed it into Lauren Betts. She gets tangled up with former teammate Kendall Dudley, and it'll be a foul on the Wolverines.
Michigan foul is number 22, Kendall Dudley.
Tayala Del Foss checking back into the game for Michigan. Charlize Ledger-Walker for the Bruins.
Back on the floor for your Wolverines, number 33, Tayala Del Foss.
Baseline inbound. They get it into the corner. Neepkins puts a 3 up and drains it. Nothing but net for the 46% three-point shooter. On the wing, it's Corals Daniels. Hands it off to Olsen. Olsen going to the block. Goes up over Betts and gets it to go. The sophomore showing off some skills. 3-point game. Mays Rage getting loud. Bruins ball. Betts has it on the block. Kicks it wide open 3, and Neepkins drains it. Cannot leave her that open. 4th in the nation in three-point shooting percentage, and she's showing why. Back-to-back 3s to extend the UCLA lead to 6. Olivia Olsen has it at the top of the key. Gets a screen from Dudley. Olsen kicks. Corner, not a 3, but a long 2. No good that time for Corals Daniels. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Betts couldn't handle it. It'll be Michigan basketball. It'll be a baseline inbound for the Wolverines. Brooke Corals Daniels to take it. 4:29 remains in the first half. Swords comes off a screen, gets a corner 3 look. Way off the mark, airballed it that time. Dugalich gets the rebound. It's a 2-on-3. Bruins don't have the numbers on the break. Tight defense. Corals Daniels pokes it out of bounds, and it'll be a sideline inbound for UCLA.
Back on the floor for your Wolverines, number 3, Mila Holloway.
Mila Holloway returns to the game for the Wolverines. Silas Swords will get a breather. Sideline inbound from Hawkes to Ledger Walker. Gets a screen from Betts. Now on the wing, it's Hawkes. On the block, Lauren Betts. Double teamed and stripped away. Quarles Daniels got there. Loose ball on the ground. Hawkes has it, and now it's a tie-up. Multiple players on the ground. It'll be a jump ball favoring the Bruins. Physicality level really starting to up in this game the past couple minutes.
Yeah, for sure. They're definitely they're kind of understanding each other's plays, so now they're having to compensate in other departments.
Lauren Betts has it at the top of the key, directing traffic, hands it off to Ledger Walker, kicks it back out. The long two way off the mark that time from Betts. Wolverines have it, pushing the pace. Holloway directing traffic, the pass off the knee of Ledger Walker, gets it back, feeds it all the way over, and Olsen can't get the lay-in. Rolls out unlucky, rebound put back, and that time it's good. Quarles Daniels saves the day, cuts it to a 4-point game. 3:35 on the clock. Bruins basketball. Ledger Walker, now on the block, it's Betts. Wolverines double teaming Betts. Corner, Neepkins driving, she gets called for a travel. Bit of a momentum switch here in the Crisler Center as Lauren Betts will go to the bench. Her sister, Sienna, will take her place on the floor. What do you think about Michigan trying to double team Betts on the block?
I think it definitely forces Betts to stay out of the center, which is where she kind of shines, making UCLA have to figure out their passing instead.
On the wing, it's Holloway. Gets a screen from Olsen. Tried to go give and go. They weren't on the same page. It's out of bounds, and they'll say it was off Charlize Ledger Walker. It'll stay with the Wolverines. Kiki Rice returns to the game. Ledger Walker will get a breather. 29-25. 3:08 remains in the first half of this top 10 matchup. Baseline inbound to come from Mila Holloway. Surveying. No one open. Forced to lob it up, and it's deflected out of bounds by Dugalich. It'll stay with the Wolverines, but a risky pass there on the baseline inbound.
Yeah, definitely that was definitely a risky pass, but it kind of, UCLA's coverage was really great, and so there was quite literally no other options.
Holloway sideline inbound, looking for someone, anyone. Gets it to Dudley, working in the paint, splits two defenders, and gets it to go. The former Bruin making her presence known and cutting it to a 2-point deficit. Under 3 to play in the first half as Kiki Rice walks it up the floor. Tight defense from Brooke Quarles Daniels. Rice jump stopped, and it'll be a double dribble. What a momentum change here in the Crisler Center as the Wolverines try and make a push. 3 UCLA turnovers in under 2 minutes. Silas Swords will return to the game. Checking in for Brooke Quarles Daniels. Swords takes the most 3-pointers per game in the Big Ten Conference. She's taken a couple today. 1 for 5, though, from beyond the arc. Michigan basketball. Olsen spot up 3, off the back iron. Rebound goes into the hands of Kiki Rice, and here come the Bruins on the break. Hawkes in the corner, feeds it inside to Dugalich, looking for a cutter, cross-court pass outside, it's Neepkins. Now Rice picks up a screen, Hawkes rolling. Rice, now Betts. Betts picks up her dribble at the top of the key, goes back to Kiki Rice. Bruins working it inside, Rice can't finish, the putback is good. First basket of the game for Sienna Betts. 2:05 left in the half. Here come the Wolverines. Mila Holloway driving, scoops it up, can't finish, hit the deck hard. Bodies colliding for the rebound. It'll be a foul on Michigan. Delphos picks up her second. She checks out. Quarles Daniels will return.
Back on the floor for your Wolverines, Brooke Quarles Daniels.
31-27, UCLA holds a 4-point edge. Under 2 minutes to play now in the first half. Been back and forth all game long. In the corner, it's Rice. Swings it over to Ledger Walker. Hands it off now, Neepkins on the right wing. Lauren Betts back into the game for the Bruins, getting double teamed. Silas Swords helping out. Driving into the paint is Ledger Walker from the corner. Can't get the floater to go. Michigan basketball. Oh, a risky pass. Swords was trying to push it up ahead to Mila Holloway. Gianna Neepkins got in there. It'll be a foul on the Bruins. Almost an intercepted pass and an easy bucket for UCLA.
That was great quick thinking from Neepkins. She really just swept in there.
She ends up picking up a foul. It'll be Michigan basketball. 1:30 on the clock. They trail by 4. Holloway on the elbow. Kicks it out. Swords. Hawkes on her tight. Picks up her dribble at the free throw line. Hands it off. Holloway. Now Swords. Sila picks up her dribble. Swings it. On the wing. Corals Daniels. Now Olsen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. She lost her dribble. Stolen away. Ledger Walker feeds it up ahead. Hawkes, 2 Wolverines there. Stripped going up. Michigan takes it away on the break. They don't have numbers. And Corals Daniels smartly slows it down. Driving in, it's Holloway. Kicks it to the corner. Now back to Holloway at the top of the key. Under a minute left to play. Holloway gets a screen from Dudley. Gives it to her at the free throw line. Working on Lauren Betts. Feeds it for a cutting Olsen. Blocked, gets it back. Kicks it out. A 3 from Holloway's off the mark, but a putback and 1. Brooke Corals-Daniels, right place, right time, and just like that, she has a chance to make it a 1-point game.
Yeah, that was some great gameplay from the Wolverines. Every time they hit a wall, they found another outlet, and Corals-Daniels just ended up being in the, as you said, right place, right time, and now they're catching up.
9 UCLA turnovers in this half, averaging just 13 per game. The free throw is good from Corals-Daniels. It's a 1-point game with 41.2 left on the clock. Bruins bring the ball up. It's Charlize Ledger-Walker. Maze Rage starting to get into this one. Ledger-Walker, give and go, no. Duglich keeps it, kicks it, coming off a screen. It's Rice in the corner. Feeds it to Betts, working on the undersized Dudley, and just too easy that time for Lauren Betts. 33-30. Wolverines can hold for the last shot of the half if they choose. Mila Holloway has it. Rice on her. Hands it off to Corals-Daniels. On the block, M looking for a pass. Kicks it to Olsen. Now Swords on the right wing. 4 seconds on the clock. Dudley, Swords, 3, buzzer, no. Off the front rim, and that's how this first half will end. 33-30. Wolverines trail by 3 in an exciting first half of action. What's your opinion on this one so far?
I think that this game is really interesting because it's a very seasoned, tall, powerhouse team against a relatively young team who's also a powerhouse. So both sides kind of have, Michigan's built themselves up together, and so has UCLA, and it's just really interesting to see those dynamics play out. It's getting really physical. There was a little bit of a shift, and I think that fouls will be a big momentum shift in the second half, and I think cleaning up, keeping that physicality while keeping a clean, low foul game is ultimately potentially what will win this for either team, because if it ends up that there's lots of foul shots, then that could really make a big difference in this game that's so close and so heated. So it should really be interesting.
Michigan holding its own against the number 2 team in the nation. The Wolverines have never beaten a top 2 team. They're 0-12 all time. Will they be able to do it on this Super Bowl Sunday? You'll find out in the second half. Theo Shernoff will be on the call for WCBN. This Super Bowl Sunday appetizer. At the half, it's 33-30. UCLA leads. We will be back with the second half of action shortly.
about peace and purpose, on and off the court. Focus Financial, built for greatness. Plan today, dominate tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Crisler Center here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. UCLA, the Bruins, number 2 ranked in the country, lead number 8 ranked Michigan Wolverines 33-30. I'm Theo Shernoff along with Zach Rosenbaum. Zach, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. What are your thoughts on this first half? The Wolverines did not get contributions from arguably their 2 best players, right? They scored. Sorensen had 5, Olsen had 5, but a combined 4 of 17 from the field. Yet they're only down 3 to the second best team in the country.
They're only shooting 18% from 3. That's a bad sign, but they're only down by 3. On defense they're doubling Betts, but she is finding the shooters, and Liebkes and Haka both made 3s in the corners. And Michigan, in the first quarter, they like to get in transition, not so much in the second half. UCLA has kind of kept their Michigan transition offense at bay in that second quarter, but only down by 3. That's a good sign.
Just a couple of minutes away from tip-off in this second half. I think, in my opinion, the player of the game for Michigan so far has been Brooke Quarles-Daniels, right? She's not normally a scorer. She has 7 points, but 6 rebounds. And Zach, she's nowhere near the rest of the players in terms of height. She's 5'7", stands at 5'7". UCLA, their shortest player in the rotation is Kiki Rice, their point guard, at 5'10". But Brooke Quarles-Daniels has gotten rebounds over players as tall as 6'4", 6'3", even 6'7". Lauren Betts, arguably one of the best players in the country. What has Quarles-Daniels done in this game?
Sofkinnick, when Betts touches the ball, they want to double her, so she don't get that easy too. When Quarles-Daniels, when she is going to help on that double, she is trying to swat that ball down, trying to steal the ball. She has 2 steals right now, and also Michigan is not getting out rebounded by this UCLA team, as UCLA is the second best offensive rebounding team in the country. They only have 5. They only have 5 offensive rebounds so far, whereas Michigan actually has more. They have 6.
Michigan has crashed the boards against this UCLA team. UCLA does have a 3-point lead. They have not played fantastic either. 9 turnovers on their tally today. 22 rebounds for the Bruins compared to 18 for the Wolverines. Michigan shooting 18% from 3. UCLA 33%, and only 5 combined free throws between the teams. Michigan's 2 for 2, UCLA 2 for 3. Zach, do you think Michigan will continue to double Lauren Betts in the post?
I think at the start they should, unless UCLA shooters keep making those threes to the corner. If they keep missing, I think they will keep doubling her because they don't want her to dominate that paint.
So that skip passes the danger.
Yeah. From the court, they found she found Hawkes and Niklas in the corner twice. They made 3, so I think they're only down 3. I think they're keeping her at bay. She only has 6 shots or 7 shots, 4 for 7. I think that's a good start for them. I think UCLA is going to want to look at her early in the second half and increase their lead.
Lauren Betts, transfer from Stanford. She has a younger sister, Sienna, who takes Lauren's minutes when Lauren's on the bench. Sienna only 6'3". I mean, man, really did not get the height gene there. Lauren standing at 6'7". This UCLA team led by Corey Close, their head coach, retired in 2011, the reigning national coach of the year. They lost to the eventual national champion UConn Huskies in the Final Four last season. Teams returning to the court. UCLA in their road blues. Not a powder blue, but a UCLA Bruin blue. Their lineup consists of Betts, Hawkes, Deepkins, Ledger Walker, and Kiki Rice. Michigan, on the other hand, Olivia Olson, Mila Holloway, Ashley Sopacanic, Brooke Quarles-Daniels, and Silas Shore. See if Michigan get their star sophomores going in the second half. One of them has the ball right now. Mila Holloway enters the front court for the Wolverines. Swings to Quarles-Daniels on the left wing. Now to Olivia Olson at the top of the key. Throws a backdoor cut to a cutting Swords. Takes a dribble, now picks up her dribble. Ball is deflected as Swords tried to hand it off to Olson. It'll stay Michigan basketball under the hoop.
Yeah, right there. Michigan tried to get inside to Sopacanic, but Betts was right there in the paint.
Olson the trigger from the corner. Feeds to Sopacanic. Now a dribble handoff to Olson. Olson dribbling on her left hand. Picks up her dribble right at the free throw line. Dishes to Quarles-Daniels at the top of the key. Swings to Holloway. 4 on the shot clock. Holloway's going to have to hoist something up. Shot clock's expiring. Step back. Long 2. Holloway draws iron not once but twice. And it misses. Rebound, Lauren Betts. Quickly, the Bruins go into the front court. Ledger Walker at the top of the key. Drives right on Quarles-Daniels. Gets in front of her. Steps through. Layup off glass is good. 35-30 Bruins.
Right there, Betts kind of sealed off her defender, laying that guard to get that easy layup.
Holloway, a floor general for the Wolverines. Bounce past Quarles-Daniels on the right wing. Back to Holloway, left wing. Corner 3, no good. Rebound, Lauren Betts. Michigan scoreless so far in the first minute. Neepkins brings the ball up the court for the Bruins. Swung all the way to Ledger Walker on the right corner. Now a skip pass. Kiki Rice saves it from going out of bounds. Back to Neepkins at the left wing. Uses a Lauren Betts screen on the left, shadowed by Quarles-Daniels. Neepkins losing her balance in the lane. Kicks, Ledger Walker, corner 3, off iron, no good. Rebound, 6'7", Lauren Betts. She tries to put it up, misses the putback. Rebound finds Silas Swords. Michigan pushing in transition. Quarles-Daniels tries to lob it down low to Ashley Sopacanic. Pass was too far, out of bounds. Turnover, Bruins ball. 8:19 remaining in the third quarter. Bruins up 5.
Yeah, that previous possession, Lauren Betts called. She won that ball in the paint, but she got it. She couldn't make that shot, and good defense right there from the Wolverines.
Ledger Walker into the front court, hands to Neepkins at the block end. Swung to Hawkes. Younger sister of Jaime Hawkes.
No double.
There for the Heat. Now to Betts. Now hands back to Hawkes, and Hawkes an easy layup off glass, 37-30. Yeah,
right there, Wolverines didn't double Betts, and she found the cutter.
Sofacanic now in the paint, working on Lauren Betts, and Lauren Betts draws a jump ball. Sofacanic trying to go through the 6'7" center, leave UCLA basketball. The possession arrow favors the Bruins. 7:43 remaining in the third quarter. UCLA up 7, 37-30. Neepkins brings the ball over half court, shadowed by Holloway. Pass to Hawkes on the right wing, guarded by Olsen, and a foul down low. Fighting for position was Sofacanic and Lauren Betts. And it'll be a foul on Sofacanic, the transfer from Bucknell, reigning Patriot League Player of the Year.
Yeah, she is giving up 4 inches in height right there, so she's trying to find that position. The first one, they did double right there, and they're...
Kiki Rice tries to swing to Gabriella Hawkes. It's knocked out of bounds by Olivia Olsen. It'll stay UCLA ball. It's been a 4-0 run in this half. UCLA went into the break up 33-30. They're now up 37-30. Michigan looking to get their crowd back into it. The Maze Rage played a big part in their run in the first half. Quarles Daniels a big part of that. She's shadowing Kiki Rice. Kiki Rice, ISO ball, working on Quarles Daniels. Tough fadeaway at the elbow. Can't go. Rebound, Lauren Betts puts the ball on the ground. Swiped away, finds Ledger Walker. Back to Betts at the short corner on the right side. Working on Sofacanic. Steps through, misses the layup. Rebound, Olivia Olsen. The Maze Rage likes that defense. Mila Holloway pushes. Pull up from the elbow, too strong off back iron. Rebound goes to UCLA, they throw it away. Quarles Daniels tracks it down. Olivia Olsen takes the ball and will slow things down. Now she drives into the lane, and an offensive foul called not on Olsen, but on Sofacanic for a moving screen.
Yeah, that looked like something right there. Maybe she set her feet, and Wolverine fans do not like that call. On that previous possession, Michigan did double, kind of eliminated that cutter that from UCLA, and they got that steal. What helped them in that second half defending Betts.
UCLA quickly into the front court. Gabrielle Hawkins tries to go up on Olsen. Olsen swats away the low finger roll. Stay UCLA basketball. 21 on the shot clock. 6:36 remaining in the third quarter. 37-30 Bruins. Ledger Walker to inbound. Passes, Kiki Rice takes a power dribble, off glass, easy 2 points. Baseline out of bounds play drawn up to perfection. Corey Close likes that. Wolverines looking to put an end to this 6-0 run to start the half for UCLA. Silas Swords picks up her dribble at the block end. Feeds Kendall Dudley, the UCLA transfer, revenge game for her. Dudley swings back to Swords, now on the right wing. Swords resets, picks up her dribble, swings to Quarles Daniels on the left corner. Quarles Daniels drives baseline, draws contact. It'll be a foul on the floor. Quarles Daniels continued to make the basket. It won't count. Baseline out of bounds for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Best right now is off the court. I think the Wolverines should look to drive right there so that big paint pens is on. Look who comes back in, Lauren Betts.
Lauren Betts checks back into the game. She guards Kendall Dudley. Wolverines have some shooters, but not everyone on the court can shoot. It's tough to stretch the floor against the 6'7" rim protector. Inbound goes to Mila Holloway. There's a foul away from the ball as Olivia Olsen was trying to use the Quarles Daniels screen. And the foul on Hawkes for the Bruins. Again, Hawkes, a local LA kid. There's some Hawkes blood in Bruin blue. Holloway at the right elbow. Pump fakes on Betts, scoops and draws a foul on the center, and she'll earn a trip to the line. Holloway used a little bit of a hesitation move and then drew contact. Mila Holloway to the line where she's shooting 75% on the season.
Yeah, that was a good drive by Holloway. She got in the body of Betts, and she just clipped her arm right there. Only the first foul committed by Betts in this game.
Holloway's first shot rattles home. Really packed Crisler Center here today for this women's basketball top 10 matchup. A little precursor to the Super Bowl, if you will. Holloway's second rolls around and out. What better way to spend your Sunday than watching Michigan, UCLA, women's basketball, and then the Super Bowl. Brooke Quarles Daniels shadowing Neepkins at the top of the key. Swung over to Dugulich. Dugulich, far corner, Hawkes. Back to Dugulich at the top of the key. Olsen's in her grill. Dugulich drives left, uses a bet screen, pulls up, off rim, then glass, no good. Swords clears. Outlet to Holloway for the Michigan Wolverines. Holloway crosses over into the front court, picks up her dribble, bounce pass to a cutting Swords. Pump fakes in the lane, steps through, kicks back out Holloway. One dribble, reset, three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, batted around a couple of times, but Quarles Daniels comes up with it.
The hustle plays for Michigan right now are doing perfect for them.
Kendall Dudley now drives on Betts, pull up from the lane, rolls around and in, and the first field goal of the second half falls. 5 minutes into it for Kendall Dudley, the former Bruin. 33-39, UCLA leads. Dugulich into the front court, draws a foul on Brooke Quarles-Daniels, who's trying to double from the backside. 4:47 remaining in the third quarter. UCLA up 6 with a media timeout on the floor. That UCLA played better for the majority of this quarter. Michigan finally figured something out on offense.
Yeah, they are driving to the hoop. They're using kind of Best as a decoy. Maybe not G is calling for the ball, but the guards, obviously Swords and Sofkin, they're trying to defend her, not letting her get the ball, but letting the guards kind of open that paint for easy layups.
Bring your unused medications and safely dispose of them at the main place of entrance. Scan the QR code.
Media timeout here, the under 5 in the third quarter. Foul was just called on Quarles-Daniels, second of the game. In terms of foul trouble, both teams are mainly good for the most part, except for one player. Sophie Kanik for the Wolverines has 4, and that matters in this game.
Yeah,
she's a big matchup.
Yeah, she is the main defender on Betts for the Wolverines right now. Dudley's in the game defending her. They both give up 4 inches. That could be a problem down the stretch if Michigan wants to keep this game close.
On the other side, Neepkins for the Bruins has 3 fouls. She's currently their leading scorer with 10.
Yeah, I think their coach Close. I don't think she's gonna need to play her as we have multiple of guards. That I think she can kind of sit her maybe at the end of the quarter. We'll see if she's still coming back in.
Extended timeouts here today because the game is being aired on Fox. Big opportunity for this Big Ten matchup. Both teams. No stranger to the spotlight. Both big brand names. UCLA and Michigan, 2 of the best premier academic institutions in the country. And now both at the top of the Big Ten for women's basketball. Right now they're essentially competing for that #1 spot in the conference. UCLA currently undefeated. Their only loss came out of conference in the semifinal of the Players Era tournament against Texas.
Yeah, another top 5 team.
And another big brand as well.
Yeah. This is Michigan's second top 2 team they had to face this year. First, they played UConn earlier this year, only lost by 3. Wolverines have played UConn at their best.
They have 3 losses, the Wolverines do, to UConn, to Vanderbilt, and then to Washington, their lone conference loss. That one's the flukiest of them all, considering the other 2 were the top 5 teams. UCLA to inbound, 39-33. 4:44 remaining in the third quarter. Ledger Walker feeds down low, Hawkes. Nice little turnaround, goes up and under with the left hand. Gabriella Hawkes puts 2 more to her total. She's up to 11 on the game, currently the leading scorer. Silas Swords for the Wolverines. Dribbles at the top of the key, swings to Livy Olsen on the right wing. Back to Dudley. Now Olsen uses a dribble handoff from Dudley and uses a Dudley rescreen. She used that screen 3 times. The jump shot from 20 feet. A 2 falls after going off the rim, then the backboard. Almost a brick, but she got a fortuitous bounce. Goes down. 41-35. 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lauren Betts down low. Uses an elbow to get around Kendall Dudley. No call. Basket's good. 43-35 with Sophie Kanik at 4 fouls. It's difficult to defend Lauren Betts. Michigan the other way. Quarles Daniels hands to Silas Swords at the edge of the block end. Quarles Daniels now at the left elbow, looking for help from a teammate. Dribble handoff Olivia Olsen. Olsen drives on Ledger Walker in a blocking foul called on Ledger Walker. Ledger Walker dumbfounded. She's a Kiwi from New Zealand. Played at Washington State for 4 seasons before heading south to Westwood.
Neekins checks in with her 3 fouls. Keep an eye on that.
Silas Swords inbounds to Mila Holloway. Seems like the type of game Mila Holloway is going to have a couple big moments. She tends to play with a lot of emotion. Holloway swings to Dudley. Dudley given space by Betts. Pump fakes, but already picked up her dribble. Can't step through with the dribble. Swings to Quarles Daniels. Shot clock at 3. Olsen retreats. Throws up a heave at the buzzer. Draws iron, but rebound to Gabriela Jaquez. Wolverines unable to muster anything on offense. Feed goes to Lauren Betts. Swings to Sienna Betts and draws a foul.
Yeah, right there, they again doubled Lauren Betts, but another cutter. This time, Sienna Betts coming down the lane and gets the foul call.
Betts to Betts connection, the senior to freshman. They fed Lauren Betts. Lauren Betts was being doubled before the pass. She reached up, grabbed it, found the Laker cutting Sienna Betts. And Sienna will be at the line shooting 2, just a 51.9% shooter on the season. The lefty, 6'3", hits the first.
Yeah, in this second half, sometimes they're doubling her, sometimes they're not, but the one time they did not double her, she got an easy 2, Lauren Betts, and this time they did double her, but it leaves cutters and shooters on the corners.
Knocks down the second, the lead is ballooned to 10. 45-35, 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tayala Del Fos into the game, uses the Kendall Dudley screen. She can create with the ball in her hands. Hands to Livia Olsen, takes contact, goes up off glass, gets the friendly roll. Livia Olsen goes through both Bettses and scores. 45-37 Bruins. Quick the other way they go. Lauren Betts already has a paint touch. Feeds to Gabriela Jaquez, wide open under the hoop. 4-2, 47-37.
Another double by Michigan on Betts that leads to another. Mila Holloway gets that too right there.
Mila Holloway drives, layup with the left hand is good. Quickly in transition, she pushed before the rim protectors were able to get back on defense. The deficit is 8. 2:15 remaining in the third quarter. Kiki Rice backing down Mila Holloway, drives down the right lane, goes up, scoop, layup is good. This UCLA attack is so interdimensional. No response. Holloway pushes quickly, feeds Swords down low. Swords in a good position, but guarded by Betts. Kicks. Del Fos takes her time for 3, rolls around and out. No good. Jaquez the rebound. Bruins up 10. Michigan looking for life. Kiki Rice drives again, takes contact, off glass, gets it to go. Kiki Rice, 4 unanswered. The senior guard is doing it all right now for the Bruins. 51-39 UCLA.
Yeah, now UCLA is using their transition offense as Michigan did in the first half, which kind of bumped up that score to 12.
Kiki Rice will go to the line. That foul was on Olivia Olsen, just her first. Rice, a chance for the 3 points the long way.
Sophie comes in the game now with 4 fouls. It could be a questionable decision by Kim Barclays-Aco, but they need a body on Betts to defend, even though she is out right now.
Kim Barclays-Aco electing to put her center in as Rice made the free throw. Sophie Kanik looking to avoid another foul. Olsen pulls up in the lane, way off. Rebound fought for. Sofakanik draws a foul on Sienna Betts. Thing is, these Bruins, even when they get in foul trouble, they have so much depth, especially center depth. They have Betts, Dugalich, Bilic, Muse. They go down the line before we're even getting to Megan Grant, who's one of the best softball players in the Big Ten, who's also on this UCLA roster. Sofakanik goes to the line as the Wolverines are in the bonus. 39-52. First one is up and good. Bruins have outscored the Wolverines 19-10 in this quarter.
Yeah, now Betts again is off the floor. I think they're going to have to take advantage of that, even though she will be coming back very soon.
Sofakanik makes the second free throw. Dugalich into the game. Swings to Rice, now Hawk has far corner. Rice still on the perimeter. One more pass, Neepkins looking for help, finds Dugalich as a flasher. Kiki Rice now on the left wing. Wolverines in a zone. They're switching up their look with Betts out of the game. Olsen shadowing Neepkins. Neepkins loses her dribble, picks it up. 3 on the shot clock, has to hoist, does, and it's nothing but net. Gianna Neepkins throws up a prayer and it's answered. 54-41, under a minute to play in the third quarter. Swords looking for an answer, drives left, picks up Sienna Betts. One more pass, Delphos. Delphos drives left down the lane. Layup is good off glass. 43-54, Wolverines looking to keep pace as there's 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Kiki Rice slows things down on the right wing. Neepkins right corner. Dribbles back up to the top of the key, swings to Rice. Wolverines still in that 2-3 zone. Hawkins down low, throws up a layup, can't fall. Rebound fought for. Sienna Betts has the ball, but it's a jump ball as Tayala Delphos had her hands on it. Baseline out of bounds, inbound Michigan, 25 seconds remaining. Wolverines down 11.
Yeah, Sofakanik right there got the jump, but she did not try to foul right there. As you know, she does have 4 fouls, even though they really need her right now with Betts coming back in.
Mila Holloway crosses the timeline with 20 on the game clock. Shot clock is dark. Now Swords holds at the edge of the circle, looking to take the last shot of the quarter. Quarles Daniels on the left wing. Taking her time. Game clock's at 7. Hands to Mila Holloway. Hesitates. Drives right. Kicks to Delphos. Drives baseline. Floaters up. And good. Wolverines, as the game clock expires, cut the deficit to single digits. Not the best quarter, but a good ending to it. 54-45. Scores are inverses. Deficit is 9. Fourth quarter after this on WCBN Sports.
Yeah, right there, Delphos drive into Betts, a little floater over her, that 6-7 frame. I think right now, Wolverines, they need to drive, even though Betts is that paint presence, they need to try to get her into foul trouble so she can get off that floor. As for UCLA, they're using kind of Betts as a decoy right now, not really giving her the ball, but she's really creating havoc in that paint on offense, leading to UCLA driving lanes opening up.
(54-45). Stand up to cancer night here at the Crisler Center. Stand up to cancer afternoon. A lot of pink in the crowd. A lot of players repping pink shoes. In fact, I believe every player is repping pink shoes.
Yeah, Michigan and UCLA.
Yeah, great representation here. And these fans came out on a Super Bowl Sunday for a top 10 matchup. Michigan's been able to beat ranked teams. They've struggled against the top of the top. Again, number 5 Vanderbilt lost by 3 in New York. Number 1 UConn lost by 3. Tough matchups for these Wolverines, but in those games it's been Silas Swords who's really stepped up. Today she's 2 for 9 with 5 points, unable to get much to fall. 1-3. She does have 7 rebounds. It's her biggest contribution to the game.
Yeah, also Olsen is only 4 for 12. Swords in that UConn game had 8 threes. She doesn't have 1, or she's shooting 1 for 6 from 3. she maybe can make a couple, or if that Michigan team can make a couple threes, they'll be back in this game. Only down 9 points.
Bruins have 4 in double figures. Lauren Betts has 10. She's 5 for 10 from the field. That is a little under what she averages. She averages 57%. She's shooting 50 tonight and about on pace. Jaquez has 13. She's had a lot of wide open layups recently. Neefkins has 12. Rice has 11. She's been the spark plug for all 4 years at the helm in Westwood. But a 9-point deficit for these Wolverines, who just have 1 player in double figures. Mila Holloway, 12 points, 5 for 13 from the field.
Yeah, Michigan only shooting 13% from 3, and some of their losses, of all their losses, they shot under 30% from 3. Looking at right now, I think if they want to come back, like I said earlier, for the start of this quarter, they got to make some threes. They've only made 2 so far. Storage 1 for 6. Holloway 0 for 4. Olsen is 1 for 3.
One thing to notice, Michigan only has 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, that's also a big, because they're trying to drive and kind of create, because UCLA's defense is kind of clogging up their lanes, their passing lanes right now.
Huge wingspans up and down the UCLA roster. We'll see if Michigan comes out in that zone that they ended the half with, or man to man defense, woman to woman defense, person to person defense. They look like they're in person to person matchup. Kiki Rice shouted by Quarles Daniels. Rice swings to Betts at the top of the key, now gets a dribble handoff. Rice back to Dugalich, down low. Betts trying to draw a foul on Sovikanik. Doesn't matter, goes through her for 2 anyway. 56-45 Bruins.
Yeah.
Holloway pushing quickly in transition. Michigan, no time to waste, down 11. Del Foss has some space on Dugalich, working. Now swings to Quarles Daniels, not a threat from 3 on the right wing. Now Swords cuts. Takes a shovel pass from Quarles Daniels, works, picks up her dribble. Back to Quarles Daniels. Del Foss in the corner. Drives baseline on Dugalich. Floater can't go. Rebound. Sovikanik blows the wide open layup on the second chance opportunity. Michigan needed that. And a loose ball foul on Tayala Del Foss. Wow, Zach, that was a chance blown.
they needed that right there. Cut the lead down to 9. That was a big blow. UCLA can extend their lead on this possession.
Kiki Rice brings the ball to the front court for the Bruins. Approaching 9 minutes to play in the game. Rice, guarded by Quarles Daniels, drives left. Finds Dugalich at the top of the key. Del Foss jumps with her, but a pass down low. Lauren Betts hits every part of the rim and out. No good on the layup. Mila Holloway pushes in transition. Del Foss down low. Layup, good. Holloway pushes, finds Del Foss, just the 5th assist of the game for the Wolverines. Lead back down to single digits. Dugalich pushing. Quarles Daniels doubles from behind. Hits it, what looked like off the leg of Dugalich. Instead, it'll stay with the Bruins.
Yeah, good hands right there from Quarles Daniels.
Back on the floor for your Wolverines, Olivia Olsen.
Solfkin is still in there with those 4 fouls.
8:38 remaining in the game. Bruins up 56-47. Ledger Walker triggers to Rice. Now Betts at the top of the key. Gets a handoff from Ledger Walker. Betts an offensive foul on the moving screen. I saw it. She hit her hip in the way right as Olsen was navigating that screen. And Lauren Betts called for the foul, just her second. 3rd turnover of the game for the center. Holloway. Bounce pass to Quarles Daniels at the left elbow. Quarles Daniels holding, surveying. Finds Holloway. Short corner, pull-up jumper from 18. No good. Rebound. UCLA ball. It's the second straight out-of-bounds call that Quarles Daniels has been visibly upset with. And Kim Barnes-Rico thinking about a challenge and then immediately gets shoved away by her assistant coach saying, no, do not challenge. Do not challenge. Now Quarles Daniels is protesting to challenge. Back and forth goes the Michigan bench. They elect not to. Maybe save it for later in the game. UCLA has the ball. Ledger Walker carries it up the court to Jaquez. Now swings right corner Neepkins. Shadowed by Swords. Back up top, Ledger Walker. Dribbles along the three-point line, finds Betts down low. Guarded by Sofakanik. Nice spin move. Nifty footwork off glass is good. Sofakanik scared to foul. Betts attacks. Goes up for two. 58-47. Holloway finds Olsen. Pull-up jumper from the right elbow. No. Quarles Daniels the rebound. Gets blocked on the second chance opportunity by Lauren Betts. Out of bounds, but off Quarles Daniels. UCLA basketball, and Michigan cannot get anything to fall from outside of 5 feet, and Lauren Betts is inside of 5 feet.
Yeah, right. They're trying to get into the paint, but they can't because Betts is right there, and they're also not making their outside shots, which is not also helping.
58-47 UCLA. Ledger Walker swings to Rice on the right wing. Drives baseline. Gets blocked from behind by Sofakanik. Rebound Betts. She's blocked from behind by Mila Holloway. Michigan pushing in transition. 5-on-4 opportunity. Olsen, Pinoy step through the lane. Goes up with her left hand. It's good. She needs to get going. 58-49. UCLA inbounds the ball. Ledger Walker attacks down Main Street, but throws to Narnia. No one home. Tried to swing to the corner. No one was there. Turnover. The Maze Rage, or the Pink Rage, student section getting into it right now. UCLA turnover, and Corey Close wants to slow things down. Timeout UCLA, 7:09 remaining in the quarter. The deficit is 9.
Yeah, great sequence from Michigan right there. Sofakanik got the block, got the ball in transition as Betts fall down. So they got it was a 4-on-5, so they got the easy layup. And then on the other side, that UCLA position, Michigan got a turnover, and UCLA threw the ball away.
Timeout Bruins. 9 the deficit, 7 minutes remaining. Michigan needs a little bit of a run. Olivia Olsen had a nifty noise step there in transition. Zach, most of their success has been in transition.
Yeah, that's what kind of helped them in that first half. They were only down 3 because of their transition offense. In the third quarter, they kind of got away from it because UCLA has stopped them in transition more often because UCLA has been making it easy layups, so the transition has stopped. But if Michigan wants to get back in this game, they're going to have to need that transition offense back up like what just happened that last sequence right there.
Super Bowl Sunday here in Ann Arbor. (58-49) UCLA. Top 10 matchup to determine who's in first place in the Big Ten. UCLA, a daunting team of monsters above 6 foot and mainly above 6'3". Michigan trying to scrap their way to stay competitive. Team led by sophomores, plus Sofakanik has been a huge part in this game. 4 fouls, and she's been the only defensive answer for Lauren Betts.
Yeah, she is right there. Also Dudley too, but they're going to need Sofakanik. She's been a better on Betts in this game, but she does have that 4 fouls. I don't know if you play her right now, kind of maybe sit her for a little bit, 2 minutes, so she doesn't pick up another foul, maybe put Dudley in the game. But right there, she did have a good sequence. She blocked the driving guard and then picked up the outlet pass to Olsen. Olsen drives it through that easy layup before we went to that media timeout.
Zach, you got any big Super Bowl plans for the day?
I do.
What do you do?
I got friends coming over, watch the game, maybe some pizza.
There we go. Love it, love it. I'm thinking B-dubs today.
B-dubs?
Yeah. Not a partner, not a sponsor, but you know, got to rep Buffalo Wild Wings. Michigan in their home maze comes back onto the court. Pink accessories aplenty for the Wolverines. It's their ball, 94 feet from the hoop. Olivia Olson will inbound to Silas Swords. 7:09 remaining in the fourth quarter. 58-49 UCLA. Silas Swords crosses the timeline for Michigan. Feeds to Olivia Olson on the left wing. Faces up to the hoop. Steps back, working on Hawkins. Loses her dribble, hands to Mila Holloway. Shot clock at 15. Holloway behind the back on Ledger Walker. Kick, Tayala Delfas, right corner three, way off. Rebound, Olivia Olson. Steps through, gets blocked from in front and behind by Lauren Betts and Gabriela Hawkins. Ball is on the floor. It is a jump ball. Olivia Olson was there. She got her own miss. Michigan basketball.
Yeah, great play there from Olson. Even though she did lose it, Michigan does keep the ball though.
On the floor for UCLA, number 32, Angela Gugalich.
Baseline out of bounds. Olivia Olson the trigger. 6:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Inbound goes to Mila Holloway at the top of the key. Silas Swords looks for a flare screen. Instead, Holloway keeps it, hands to Olson. Deep three ball. Swish! Olivia Olson connects from three.
That's what they
58-52.
Yeah, that's what they need. They gotta make those open outside shots. That's the first three they've made since that first half.
For the first time in a while, it's a two-possession game in Ann Arbor. Holloway on Ledger Walker. Now to Betts and now Rice at the top of the key. Hawkins, a corner three, off. Rebound, Mila Holloway. She's running the transition. Has Olson flanking. Finds her. Layup, can't go. Olson hardly caught the pass. Kiki Rice the other way for the Bruins. Slows things down in the front court. Lets her big men catch up to her. Rice at the block end. Shadowed by Holloway. Under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 58-52 Bruins. Rice uses a bet screen. Now to Dugalich at the top of the key. Delfas in her grip. Rice beckoning for a bet screen. Uses it. Rice dribbling. 2 on the shot clock. Has to hoist. Draws a foul at the last second on Mila Holloway. A little bit of a body bump. And Kiki Rice will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, right there, that was a tough call, but that was a foul. Little body bump Mila gave to Kiki Rice right there with less than 2 seconds on that shot clock. The crowd here not liking that call.
Rice knocks down the first, silences the boos for the time being. 90% free throw shooter on the season. Almost in the 50, 40, 90 club, just a couple percentage points away. Rice's second is good. 60-52. Holloway pushing quickly. Delfas in the front court. 5:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Olivia Olson now at the top of the key. Working on Hawkins. Bounce past Mila Holloway on the left elbow. Holloway dishes to Olson, who cuts. Floater off glass, can't go. Has to go high over Lauren Betts. Rebound, Kiki Rice. Bruins get a much-needed stop. Calm the storm, and now they can take their time, run through a set on offense. Ledger Walker finds Lauren Betts on the right wing. Towering above the other 9 players. Finds Hawkins. Now Ledger Walker on the left wing. Ledger Walker looking for help, hands to Kiki Rice, dribbling at the top of the key. Pass down low, Lauren Betts gets blocked by Tayala Delfas. Michigan, the crowd loves it. Michigan moving in transition. Mila Holloway now, taking her time at the block end. She slows things down for the Wolverines. Crosses over not once but twice. Uses a Sofacanic screen, resets back to Swords. Michigan unable to move the ball vertically, ISO on these Bruin defenders. Shot clock's at 5. Swords cooking. Steps back on Rice. Steps back again. Has to hoist under Lauren Betts. Finds iron, but no good. Rebound, Gabriela Hawkins. Bruins defense stifling this Wolverine attack. Hawkins now resets to Betts at the top of the key. Down low, Dugalich. Back to Betts. And now Kiki Rice taking her time with 15 on the shot clock. 4 minutes on the game clock. 60-52 Bruins.
Yeah, Michigan needs a couple stops here and needs the last 4 minutes to get back in this game as Betts gets that easy too.
Dugalich feeds Betts down low, and Betts goes up for the layup. It's good. Lead back up to 10. UCLA so on point with their passes from up top to down low when a player is fronting Betts. Mila Holloway in transition, pulls up for a jumper, rolls around and out. Rebound, out of bounds off of UCLA. It'll stay with Michigan. We're at the under 5 timeout. 3:42 remaining in the fourth quarter. 62-52 UCLA. Zach, what is Kim Barnes-Rico saying in this huddle? 3:42 remaining, down 10.
You just got to keep at it. They're only down 10, 4 possessions. They still got to make their outside shots. Olsen made that 3, cut the lead to 6, but UCLA responded with Kiki Rice, and she got to that free throw line, and then another best layup. They tried to double her, but she kind of did a little spin move, and she brought the lead back up to 10. They're playing very good defensive, but they just got to hit those outside shots to get back in this game.
.42 remaining in the fourth quarter. These timeouts are long. Thank you for tuning in on WCBN Sports. Jake Lancer and Taryn Ryan had the first half coverage. Now Zach Rosenbaum here. I'm Theo Shernoff. Thank you for tuning in. Just about 200 seconds remaining in this one. Pretty good crowd here at Crisler Center, Zach.
Oh. Yeah, so Michigan, they gotta kind of find ways more to score. They're trying to drive. They're trying to create more contact. That's best kind of. She likes to put her hand to try to get to that free throw line to get easy twos.
It'll be Michigan ball under the hoop. A 2 or a 3 on this possession would loom large to get the game in striking distance, right? When the teams get to that 5 or 6 or 7 mark, right? It kind of seems reachable. It seems plausible. When the game keeps hovering from 9 to 11, I feel like it's more of a you need a run and then another run.
Yeah. I think that if they have a good chance to maybe win the game or send it to overtime, they got to cut the lead down by 5 with a minute left, so they don't have to keep. They don't gotta keep fouling. A double-digit lead is kind of hard to come back with only a minute left. But they gotta continue to make. They gotta make their outside shots. They wanna. As they're not making. Now they're not making their layups. They're not making their outside shots. They gotta find a way to score.
Michigan ball out of bounds. 3:42 remaining. Bruins up 62-52. Inbound goes to Olivia Olsen in the right corner. Finds a slipping Ashley Sofakanik. Back to Holloway on the left corner. Now Delphos on the left wing. Delphos drives, uses her frame, goes through Dugalich and finishes for 2. 62-54.
Yeah, right there she created contact and gave her a little more room to make that layup.
Gabriella Jaquez for the Bruins. Finds Neepkins. Wide open. Deep 3. High archer. No good. Rebound. Olivia Olsen had her hands on it. Dugalich took it away, but a foul was called on Dugalich.
Yeah, Dugalich had that over the back. You cannot do that.
Sure, you cannot do that over the back in college basketball. So Michigan basketball, 3:09 remaining. The lead is 8. Holloway into the front court. Shadowed by Neepkins. Bounce pass Swords at the top of the key. Swings to Olsen. Olsen. Pink armband on her right arm. Drives right on Jaquez. Now pull up from the top of the key. Rolls around and out. Rebound Sofakanik. Put back. Gets fouled. Falls out. Really thought about going in. Falls out. She'll go to the line 4-2. Sofakanik needs them, shooting 53% on the season.
Yeah, they need that. Make that layup right there. Cut the lead to 6. Cannot convert. She got 2 coming right now.
62-54. Suffolk a chance to cut it to 6. Transfer from Bucknell. First one is up and no good off the back rim. Has 4 fouls, has had 4 fouls since the beginning of the third quarter and has played with them. Only 2 points on the night, but her role's been on defense. She misses the second, and that's heartbreaking for the Maze Rage. UCLA secures the rebound, 2:40 remaining. Hawkins, shadowed by Delphos. Michigan needs a run. Neepkins at the left wing, hands to Kiki Rice near midcourt. Mila Holloway's up on her. Kiki Rice drives right, down the lane, jump stop, goes through contact of Silas Swords, plus the foul, makes the layup with the left hand. Kiki Rice pushes the lead to an almost insurmountable margin.
Yeah, that was a big possession for UCLA right there. Cut the lead back up to double digits. Can extend here to 11.
15 on the day for Rice. She has 15. Betts has 16 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Unreal. Rice makes the free throw, pushes the lead to 11. Holloway moving quickly, hands to Swords at the right wing. Gets the ball deflected by Rice, and Rice saves it to Betts. Turnover by Silas Swords. Great defense by Kiki Rice.
Got a great pickpocket right there. Now UCLA's in their offense.
Ledger Walker driving left on Holloway. Now to Betts down low. Betts far corner swing. Rice catch and shoot 3. Rolls around and out. Rebound finds Silas Swords. Down 11, under 2 minutes to play. Swords drives through the lane. Picks up her dribble. Steps through. Steps back. Passes to Mila Holloway at the top of the key. Sovakanik is open, calling for the ball. Holloway couldn't find her. Olsen, baseline J is good. Smooth work from Olivia Olsen. Cuts the lead back down to single digits. 65-56. UCLA happy to take their time. 90 seconds remaining. Kim Martirico calling for a trap.
Big defense possession here for the Wolverines.
Tayala Delphos guarding Kiki Rice. Uses a Betts screen a couple of times. Now hands to Betts at the top of the key. Tries a long 2. Can't go. Rebound. Tayala Delphos. 1:11 remaining. Delphos drives down the lane. Kick out. Mila Holloway 3. Gets fouled on it by Charlize Ledger Walker. And Holloway will go to the line for 3 to cut the lead from 3 possessions to 2 possessions.
Yeah, that was very big right there. Can potentially cut it down to 6. I would like maybe more to drive, but she still got that foul right there.
Mila Holloway has 12 points on the night, shooting 75% on the season. The first is nothing but net. Crucial free throws late in games. Bad foul there by Charlize Ledger Walker on the 3. The second up and good. Maze Rage has their arms raised in the air as Holloway gets ready. 58-65 now. 1:06 remaining in the fourth quarter. Michigan does have 3 timeouts, so does UCLA. Could see one of those used here. Holloway's third is good. And a timeout called by UCLA. 65-59, 1:06 remaining. 2 possessions, Zach. The game is in striking distance. I think Kim Martirico is going to tell her team to trap, foul, or play straight up.
I think they press here. A little bit in that first half, they trapped in the right as UCLA went across the line. I think they try to get a steal. If no steal, they maybe foul, but I don't think it's maybe a little bit too early. It is down to 6. I think they're in that distance where they can come back. They just got to get those stops on defense.
.06 remaining. Teams exit the huddle. 65-59. UCLA will inbound under their own basket. So 94 feet to go. Michigan in a 3-high, 2-back press. Quarles Daniels at the front. Looks like a diamond press. Inbound goes to Kiki Rice. She sprints up the court, beats everyone in that race. Quarles Daniels pressuring from behind. Kiki Rice trapped between 3 Wolverines, and she draws a foul. Corey Close wanted it about 3 seconds earlier. Nevertheless, Rice is fouled about 30 feet from the hoop. Wolverines had a foul to give. They have no more to give. The next foul will result in free throws. Sophie Kanik back into the game. She cannot foul or else she's out of the game. 58 seconds remain. Bruins up 6. Wolverines in foul mode. Likely. Inbound goes to Kiki Rice. They're playing straight up, now trapping. Olsen and Quarles-Daniels trap in a timeout called by Kiki Rice as Brooke Quarles-Daniels is really close to a jump ball. Timeout called. 53 seconds remaining, 65-59. Possession arrow favors UCLA. Zach, do you think this is a strategy to get trapped by UCLA? Maybe take 5 or 6 seconds if you're UCLA, get trapped by Michigan, take 5 or 6 seconds off the clock and then call timeout?
I think right there, I don't think she wanted to call that timeout. I don't think she wanted to maybe get the ball stolen, but I think she needed to call that timeout because of the ball pressure right there when she was kind of trapped. But now UCLA only has one timeout, which kind of could come back to bite them if Michigan kind of ties this game up.
I think the Wolverines are going to need to make it 3. They're only 3 for 17 on the night, 17.6%. And with this Bruins defense, that's a tough break. Inbound immediately finds Charlize Schleser-Walker. Swings up top, Kiki Rice. Rice shadowed by Olsen. Michigan might foul. Now there's 7 on the shot clock and a foul with 7 on the shot clock. Kiki Rice will go to the line. That's not the player you want to foul if you're the Wolverines.
No, I think Michigan should have fouled earlier. I know they want to try to get that steal, but if you're trying to want to get that foul, you got to foul so you have more time to score and extend this game.
65-59, 43.3 remaining. Rice at the line, staring right down the throats of the Michigan band, and she hits it calm, cool, and collected. 66-59, now a 3-possession game. Wolverines are going to need some missed free throws by UCLA and some hit threes by themselves. Second is up and good. Kiki Rice so poised. Kim Barnes-Zarico will call a timeout. A lot of timeouts in the final minutes. Michigan trying to just grasp for air. 67-59, 43 seconds to go. What is the talk in the Michigan huddle?
I think they want a set play, but I don't think you need a 3 now. You just gotta score. If you can't score, then you gotta foul right away. You cannot waste time. That's what she's saying. If you guys cannot get the rebound, you guys gotta foul really fast.
Seconds to go. Team's still in their huddles. UCLA returns to the court. Still a lot of fans here. Some have left for the exits. Michigan band still decked out in all pink is here, and the Michigan students decked out in all pink are here. Mila Holloway to trigger the inbound to Olivia Olsen. Michigan did use their reset to move the ball to the court. Silas Swords, a step back 3, off glass, no good. Holloway a rebound, 20 on the shot clock, 33 on the game clock, and Hawkins reaches in for a foul, almost bailing out Olivia Olsen. She earns a trip to the line now, so the clock is stopped, and Michigan can add to their total. 67-59. 34 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, right there. I did not like that shot selection from Swords. They have not been hitting their threes. Maybe kind of.
Yeah, but Zach, with such little time in the game, don't the Wolverines need 3 to get back in the game?
Yeah, they do, but they haven't been hitting their threes. I would rather have a quick layup, maybe kind of not so much time off clock, than try to trap and then foul.
Olsen makes the first, misses the second. Rebound to Dugalich. Ball spot for Kiki Rice, comes out with it. And she'll go back to the line. One of the best free throw shooters in the country. Sitting at 18 points tonight. 6 for 7 from the line. 30 seconds to play in Ann Arbor. Deficit is 7. If Rice hits these and Michigan misses, the game might be all but over. This number 8 ranked Michigan Wolverines playing their third top 5 opponent of the season as Rice knocks down the first free throw.
Now here, maybe you go for a 3 because we only got 30 seconds left as kind of the game is winding down.
Rice knocks down the second, 69-60. Holloway moving quickly. Time is dire. Dishes back to Olsen. Tries a 3, hits it. Back down to 6, the lead falls. Wolverines trapping in the backcourt, and Key Rice stepped out of bounds on her own baseline. Tayala Delfas was shuffling with her. Rice stepped on the line. It'll be Michigan ball. They get a bucket, force the turnover. 20 seconds left, down 6. A 3 makes this a 1-possession game.
Yeah, right there. They could go for another 3. They also just made one, but if you could maybe get a quick 2, that could be better, and then again trap and foul.
So hard to get quick 2s with Lauren Betts under the
Yeah,
hoop.
that is that one problem right there, but
Michigan will take one of their 2 remaining timeouts. 20 seconds. They have a new renowned life. Revamped life. 69-63. 20 mere seconds remaining. Kim Barnes-Arico directing her team. Baseline out of bounds, a great opportunity to draw up something that you've worked on in practice. Get either an easy layup or a quick 3. They will have it almost just under their hoop. Just to the right of it. Right in the middle of the sea of Michigan.
yeah, if they can draw up one of their great plays, that Elver screen where kind of swords kind of goes through 2 screeners and get that open 3, that could be a good shot right there for Michigan right here.
Mila Holloway to trigger. Michigan, some screens underneath. Ball finds Olivia Olsen, back up top. Silas Swords, catch and shoot 3. It's good! 69-66. Timeout Bruins. We're back down to 1 possession. 6 straight points for the Wolverines. After a 9-point deficit, Olivia Olsen 3. Silas Swords 3 after a turnover. 66-69. Michigan's going to trap and then foul.
Yeah, all game they couldn't make their 3s, but when it counts, they made 2 huge 3 to cut the lead by 3. Swords was before that shot was 1 for 7-3. Now she's 2 for 8. Big shot right there.
Fans that were heading for the exits paused and turned around. Back down to 1 possession. We've seen crazier. We've seen 28-3 happen. Speaking of Super Bowl Sunday. Seen ridiculous comebacks. The NCAA tournament, men's and women's. Michigan looking to make up a 9-point deficit with 34 seconds remaining. Back down to 3, the lead goes. Michigan's 2 top 5 opponents this season have both beat them by 3.
Yeah, UConn and Vandy, yeah, only down by 3 against UCLA right here. I think, again, they're going to have to try to deny Rice the ball so she doesn't go back to the line, that she is one of their best free throw shooters on that line.
The thing is, UCLA is good at shooting free throws up and down the roster, right? Rice at 90%, Ledger Walker 72%, Hawkes also at 90%, Neepkins at 92%, and then Lauren Betts at 66%, but I doubt the inbound will go to her. I'm sure Michigan wouldn't mind it. Also a difficult person to trap though. UCLA used their advance the ball timeout, and the inbound goes to Gabriella Hawkes. Trapped in the corner, Olivia Olsen fouls quickly. 1.8 seconds eke off the clock.
That was a great quick foul, but kind of a bad person to foul, but they had to do that right there.
A lot of bad people to foul. Hawkes shooting 89.7% coming into this game. 2 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Looking for 14th and 15th points of the night. Crowd as loud as it's been all night. Hawkes misses the first. Short.
Big miss right there.
students are jumping. Band is swinging their trombones all over the place. Hawk has a second, he's no good. Rebound Delphos. Michigan calls a timeout. It's a one-possession game, and the Wolverines have a chance to tie.
9% free throw shooter, missing both. Huge, 13 seconds left.
Zach, do not let it be forgotten. Lauren Betts was there to rebound. The 6'7" defensive player of the year, Tayala Delphos, was standing not at the low block position at the free throw line, but it goes Michigan, UCLA, Michigan. She was the one closest to the shooter. She skied above Lauren Betts, grabbed that long rebound, called a timeout, allowing just a second to tick off the clock. That is an unheralded play that no one will talk about, but Tayala Delphos just earned the Wolverines a chance to tie this game at the buzzer.
Yeah, great block out right there. 13 seconds. I'm guessing they're going to go for a three, maybe another screen off of Swords or Olsen. One of them will try to get open. But this will be the last shot.
I don't know about that. I think they might go quickly to get to give themselves another chance.
Yeah.
But
Or
let me tell you something.
yeah.
If this goes in, my voice will die. I don't have much left, and I apologize for the voice cracks, but if this goes in and Michigan ties it at the buzzer, you might hear what sounds like a mouse dying. That means it went in.
Yeah, also UCLA could foul. They're up 3, so they could foul before the shot.
That's a great point.
So
Does
they can-
UCLA foul at 3.
So UCLA will shoot 2 free throws, will still be up by 1. So that's also in play for the Bruins.
That's why I almost think Michigan might go for a quick trigger inbounds play. Don't even allow UCLA the chance to foul, but they do have to inbound.
Yeah, if UCLA wants to foul, Michigan cannot force up a shot, so it's not a bad shot, and they don't get the foul.
Michigan inbounding from their front court, left wing extended. Only UCLA player with 4 fouls is Charlize Ledger-Walker. Silas Swords to trigger, into Mila Holloway quickly. Ledger-Walker guarding Holloway. Game clock at 10. Holloway working, finds Swords, looking to hoist. 5 on the game clock. Swords hoists, air ball, no good, out of bounds. UCLA ball, 2.2 remaining. Game is all but over.
Yeah, UCLA right there chose not to foul, but they defended Swords very well at the key. They knew they wanted to shoot a 3. That's why they put tons of pressure on her.
Swords air balls with 2 seconds remaining. UCLA has to inbound. They do. Ball finds Kiki Rice, and time expires. Michigan, deja vu for a 3rd time, falls to a top 5 opponent by 3.
Yeah,
69-66, your final from the Crisler Center here in Ann Arbor. Zach, any parting thoughts?
Yeah, that was a great last defensive possession for UCLA. Kind of denied Swords the ball. Kind of limited her ability to get a good shot. She kind of faded away from that shot. Was kind of the air ball, not enough power. Which great game. Try to come back from Michigan after they were down 9 with like 30 seconds left. Made 2 huge threes when they couldn't the entire game. Had a chance to tie at the end, could not capitalize.
Michigan will fall by 3. Thank you for tuning in to WCBN Sports' production of Michigan Wolverines women's basketball. For Jake Lancer and Taryn Ryan in the first half, along with Zach Rosenbaum right now, I'm Theo Shernoff, signing off from Ann Arbor. Go have a good Super Bowl Sunday. Leave you as always with a good